I want to talk about what's going on in Pilsen. So Norm found this story from blockclubchicago.org. Not yet a sponsor, but can be at any time. We are more than happy to take sponsorships. We're open to it. So just saying.
That was really subtle.
We're available.
Please. Pretty please.
We'll bring you pie. Anyway, so what happened in Pilsen was this is a little bit horrific. So there were the 18th Street L line, which I believe was red.
Pink.
It's pink.
Pink.
It's
All
pink.
Right, pink. Thank you.
Lovely. Yep,
pink.
I've
So the
spent a
pink
few
line-
times there.
All right, just like I've been there a few times. I've been this next song on 95.5 Smooth Jazz
Goes out to the pink
we're
line.
going out to the pink line.
The
and,
pink line
murals.
was named the most romantic of all the L lines.
Of
That means
course
the
it
cleanest
was.
And the least
That's-
smelling.
No, it was based on a study of misconnections on Craigslist. This was true. I think
That's
I read it in Red Eye.
hilarious.
Wait a minute, slow down. What?
Missed connections.
Like Craigslist mixed connections?
Yeah. Are there other types of?
Well, I thought you meant like misconnections on the actual L. like oh shit, I meant to get off at the
Yeah, it's
18th.
like-
and
No.
then, like, we're going to
Oh,
35th.
no,
The
I
misconnection section of Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I used to read that shit
Interesting.
every morning when I woke up, just in case I
Wow.
was on it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Next up on
Never.
95.5
Oh, man.
Smooth Jazz, we've got a misconnection. The pink line.
Oh man, that would be a great radio bit.
You were singing my smooth, sultry jazz notes, and then got off at the 18th line, and I missed the sound of your sultry voice. Who are you, weirdo?
Don't even do that to yourself. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
Jump into radio right now.
All right, let's get into this next story. We got two more things to talk about before we get to the jack-off, and that's a whole thing that's going to be talked about.
Yeah.
All right, so look, the crux of the story is there are a bunch of beautiful murals on the 18th Street Pink line on the L stop, and then they got all painted over, just random white stuff on
Whitewashed?
yeah, it got whitewashed is the term.
Oh, they got Tom Sawyer.
I think that's some sort of a thing. You got to hit the camera, Joe, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
A technical break. Technical break.
technical
But
break.
anyway, so yeah, they had all this wonderful art and murals on different portions of the stop, and people are just like just random like boxes of white. Like they didn't paint over the whole thing or anything. Just like random spots. They just put a bunch of whiteness. It's like, yo, what the fuck is that, man?
Well,
Like,
I mean,
why?
It's kind of not their fault. I mean, it's
The alderman
city's
is
fault.
pissed.
Yeah. because-
Byron Lopez.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Well, because
Sigcho Lopez, 25th Ward.
Yeah.
The 25th
Well,
Ward.
I mean, they had these commissioned in the 90s, and they had these murals painted. I mean, generations have grown up with these murals at this point. And then they were tagged, they were graffitied, and instead of hiring the individuals or even just asking the individuals who made them to come back and update them and repair them, the city went, oh, just put some white paint on it. No one will notice. No one will give a fuck. We don't care. And so they did that, and people got pissed off.
Yep,
Right,
that's exactly
rightfully
what
so.
happened. Well, because the murals were painted in 1998 by Francisco Mendoza. Gallery 37 students in the Mexican Museum of National Art as part of the city's Adopt a Station program. So, I mean, it was like a thing.
Yeah.
Like, this was a thing. Like,
Yeah.
this was an inherent part of Pilsen. And, like, these were done by people in the neighborhood who were like, this is our culture. And somebody just, like, fucked on their culture. It was big, put a, I mean, it would have been
white paint.
with white paint.
And the irony of Pilsen being a super gentrified area or gentrifying area right now is not, I mean, it's not lost in this story.
No.
It's like big little
No.
blocks of white paint. I mean,
Because they're talking about the heritage being painted over
Yeah.
with these big blocks of white paint, and it's just like, well, it's just a wall. No, it's you're already pushing a group of people out of the area, but then to even just take away something as simple as a mural that a lot of people have had, and not even, like you said, I would hate it if they painted over the full mural, but not even fucking paint over the full thing. Like, not even just clear out the full thing. Just put it smack dab in the middle, like someone pissed on it, and then walked away.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous that that people would even consider doing such a thing. Much like the graffiti artists who put graffiti on the bean.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, what the who are you?
That's kind of
So
funny.
that's my. I gotta jump in. I really hate the people who just come and do the tagging, because that messes up for everyone. Because it gives graffiti a bad name. The whole concept of street art, which can be really fantastic art,
Yes.
just gets lost in this, because when they just come up and just write some random shit and it looks terrible, I mean, it really makes everything look worse. And then you got to come in and clean it up, and it's a pain in the ass for everyone. And I was saying before earlier, this is why spray paint is not allowed in the city of Chicago. I can't even go like paint a fucking chair or something, because I can't get spray paint in the city because they don't sell it, because they're afraid of people. But people still go outside. Yeah, and then there's spray paint nonsense on stuff. But when you could be making legitimate art. So this is my call to all the people who go out there and actually like paint things. Make if you're gonna go paint something, make real art. Like, make something pretty. Like, just make it pretty.
Wait.
Like,
So you're
come on.
talking about subjective things here.
Yeah.
I would argue that like any tag can be beautiful.
Second thing I was gonna call out for this whitewashing thing, just to all the people in the neighborhood, just go paint on the new white wall. Paint something nice there.
Maybe
But
someone should
paint
tag the
that's
white
easy
wall.
to-
Unwhitewashed.
Well, I mean, if you put like "fuck you" CTA on it, they'll have to come out and fix it. So
That's also true.
like, isn't it like that lady who spray painted a penis on her sidewalk because there was a pothole?
Oh my
there,
God.
and then they
I love
had
that-
to
that
repair
was
it
so
because
good.
Yeah.
of
Yep.
The mark there.
Yeah.
So I
They
get,
were
That's
like,
right.
please don't ever do this again, people. And people were like, what?
What? Yeah. Oh, you mean you'll fix our shit if we draw dicks?
I gotta tell you guys.
Nobody wants to see a dick. Nobody wants a dick pic, and nobody wants a dick on the streets.
Well, nobody wants potholes either. So
Yeah, well, that's the point.
yeah, but
People want less dicks on their streets than they do, which is difficult because some guys walking around could be dicks.
But part of it was pretty smart, and I was like, oh shit, that's kind of a
No,
good
that's
idea,
that's
so.
freaking genius. So I want to say I spent a lot of time in Berlin, and has fucking fantastic street art. Like, really, it's amazing there. And well, a lot of places in Europe in general, they do art better in general. But
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Anyway,
All right.
no,
Well, there's a
so
critique of American art for you.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So, but I was just going to tell a story about my favorite piece of street art that I came across in Berlin, which I highly recommend that people go and check out. I mean, yeah, it's amazing. But in this one subway station that I used to take this train every day, going to class, and inside the station, because I was there every day, and you could see like along the train tracks, there's nothing. And then one day, overnight, an entire mural just appeared over the tracks. Literally overnight, just a full mural just appears. So where the people had to paint it had to be on the tracks to paint it. And the whole mural was a birthday message. It said happy birthday, and it was this full, I can't remember what the whole image was, but it was a really nice, pleasant scene, and it said happy birthday to so-and-so. And it was like a birthday card. Like this, somebody made a birthday present to someone, and their present was to paint this huge mural on the subway tracks. And it was gorgeous and amazing and inspiring, and it touched me. And I'm like, this is fucking cool. So this is what I want to see. I want to see stuff like that in Chicago.
Well, that's a good point, and thank you for that story. That's cool. As a person who was also in Berlin, I can say that there was there's definitely a lot of art on the old Berlin Wall, if you know what I'm saying. But I think to summarize this story,
I don't know what you're saying, actually.
the Berlin Wall, when they tore it down, there's a lot of graffiti and shit on it, and there's still a lot of very nice murals on it.
Okay,
so
cool.
they kept some of it up.
Okay.
So it's not all torn down.
Oh,
I thought
know
when
that.
the Berlin Wall came down, like it all
Yeah, I
came
thought
down.
it all
Nah,
came down.
son.
No.
Nah,
okay.
there's tons of Berlin Wall there,
I
and
did
there's
not
just
know that.
tons of art on it now. Oh yeah,
I
it was
didn't
the
know
biggest thing. Of course, then you got people pissing on the wall, but
Yeah, that too. I mean, that comes with
but-
all art.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but I think Joe's point is well taken, and I think we'll end this segment with this quote from the article, where somebody wrote, I wasn't sure if it was a Twitter thing or somebody wrote somewhere, but they basically said, hoping with others that this is for new murals, but still, I love the ones that were there. This hurts. Wish CTA would have given some type of notice at least. So thanks, CTA. But for those people who are in those neighborhoods, I mean, maybe it gives. It sounds like it was done by this one guy or maybe a couple of people. So now maybe some new artists will have the opportunity to show their stuff. Yeah, or come back and refresh it and leave it the fuck alone.
I love that. I think that's
leave it.
I go in with what Norm said, which I don't think Norm said earlier, which I don't think we mentioned. But he was like, that even the tagging, even though as I just said, I don't like it, but he said it's still part of the city, and it's still it's actually like it's art on top of art, sort of like the resampling, and it's so you're making something new. So even that is better than the white wall. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Elijah, any final or parting thoughts on this whitewashing of the murals?
I'd say the tags and everything are street art. I think anything you see on the street is street art.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That's what I would say. I mean, I think like
I just want it to be prettier.
But like that's the thing though. What's pretty? I'm gonna leave it with that.
That's also
that's just gonna leave it.
Yeah,
with
that gets into a deep.
That's just like that's a whole thing.
We don't have time for that today.
You parse out that and you everything's closed by the morning.